Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How to Ale. Tonight we are going for a beer that cost me absolutely 0 pence. That's right, these were freebies. I say freebies, the wife bought them for me. It's always good to get free beer, isn't it really? Anyway, which beer is it? It's this one. It is Joker IPA. And Joker IPA hails from Aldi and it's £5 for 4 500ml cans. So it works out £1.25 a can, which, let's be honest, if it's any good, decent price. It's a decent price. And what can I tell you about it? Well, it is an IPA. It says it's wickedly hoppy. It weighs in at 5.0% and it's brewed by William Brothers Brewing Co. of Scotland. And it tells you a little bit about the history of the beer, the style anyway. Originally developed in the 18th century for export to the Far East, IPA survived the long sea voyage thanks to its high gravity and generous hop content. With a fresh citrus aroma and bittersweet full flavour, Joker is one wicked brew. Wow. Fresh citrus aroma, I like the sound of that. Bittersweet full flavour, I like the sound of that. What can I tell you about it other than that? It's got the usual ingredients list in multiple languages. You've got water, malted barley, malted wheat, malted rye, oats, hops and yeast. So there's plenty going on in there. Hopefully it's going to have a decent body with the inclusion of oats. Hopefully it's going to have a good flavour. That's the most important thing, isn't it? Anyway, Joker IPA. Let's get it open and see what we think. So, I'm pouring into vocation glass today. The pour is pale. It's got a bit of colour. There we are. So we have a crystal clear beer with a good solid 2 fingers of white head there that looks, to be fair, pretty decent. You've got good carbonation from the beer as well. The glass has got those funky little engravings on the bottom so you can see the bubbles coming right up there from the bottom of the glass. I always forget the name of those little engravings, but anyway, that's some pretty funky carbonation coming up there. So it's a good looking beer. You've got a little tiny bit of fridge haze. It has been kept cold as it should. And well, you can see the head retention is pretty decent. It's not gone anywhere. I'm not surprised at the amount of bubbles racing up to meet it from the bottom of the glass. So it looks good. Does it smell any good? It's a little bit tropical. A little bit. We have got citrus. There's plenty of that. It's kind of a really sharp, bitter lemon. And there's something kind of sweet sitting behind it as well. A little bit like a pineapple type aroma. It smells quite nice. It doesn't have that kind of chemically smell that some of the cheaper beers I've tried from the budget supermarkets have. So, it looks good. It smells alright. Does it taste alright? Cheers. That's quite a surprise. Let me have another one. And I say quite a surprise because it is surprisingly malty. It is hoppy, don't get me wrong. But there is a malt presence there that I just wasn't expecting at all. It's like a biscuit malt and it's quite prominent up front. I mean, in an IPA you expect the hops to really kind of sit there and just smash you in the face. But with this one, they're there quite clearly. It's a piney resin type bitterness from the hops in the background. But the malt really is quite interesting here because it's just not something I expected. You have got a decent body to it as well. It's medium on the body. It's quite dry on the finish. The finish, speaking of which, is quite malty again. And you get that little bit of pine resin on the back end. Not in a big way, it's there. But, you know, it's, again, a pleasant inclusion in a very, very well-priced IPA. Yeah. Given the levels of carbonation as well, it's quite smooth on the delivery. I was expecting it to be quite effervescent and bubbly on the tongue, and perhaps generally a little bit tasting like lager in that sense. Not got any of that, you know. But I can't get over how malty this IPA is. Really quite Quite a surprise. So going back to the flavours, we have got a little bit of grapefruit type bitterness on the back end that's supported by that resin. Not getting a huge amount of the sort of the flavours from the aroma, so I'm not really getting any citrus in a big way. I'm not getting any of that pineapple, but I'm getting that sweet biscuity malt. Do you know what? For a good 25 a can, it's really not bad. It's not bad at all. So, Joker IPA from Aldi at $1.25 a can, or 4 for £5, because it comes in a little funky 4-pack. What do I think of you? Would I part with money for you? Do you know what? I would part with money for it. I would. It's drinkable. You know, it's not going to set your world on fire, and it's not going to blow your socks off. You know, it's not that kind of beer. It's not at that price point. It doesn't have the ability to do it. But as a fridge filler, yeah, it should be there. You know, you should try it at least once. And for people who you want to convert to IPAs, it'd probably be a good place to start. Would I actually go and buy it again? Well, would I willingly go and buy it again? Yeah, I would. Would I rush out and buy it again? No, I wouldn't. Because whilst it's got lots of things I like, it's not got any of them in the abundance that I like that would make me want to rush out and buy it again. So as I mentioned already, I like an IPA. Excuse me, it's the chili repeating. I like an IPA to smash me in the face with hops. I really do like the pleasant sort of pine bitterness that comes with it, but I want more of it. I like the malt. Don't get me wrong. I really appreciate the fact that there's a malt in there to balance some of those hops. But I prefer them hoppy. An IPA, I really want to be hop forward, and this one just isn't hop forward enough for my particular tastes. So and then we take that bit down there. That there, wickedly hoppy, right? It's not wickedly hoppy. It's got some hops, but it's not wickedly hoppy. When I see something like that, you know, it should be able to back it up with the hop. You know, it's like anything. If you're going to talk the talk, you've got to walk the walk. And unfortunately, it doesn't walk the walk in the way that I want it to. It's pleasant enough, like I say, but not good enough to rush out and buy again. So with that in mind, what am I going to score Joker IPA? Well, it's not going to be close to 4. And it's not going to be as low as 3. We are going to go somewhere smack bang in the middle for Joker IPA. We're going to give it 3.5 out of 5 on the old Untapped score sheet of joy, which I don't think is too bad, considering it's £1.25 a can. Or for me, free because the wife bought it. Anyway, there we are. That's the beer. If you want a budget IPA that's going to be able to be used to convert people over to the IPA side, or you just want a cheap and cheerful fridge filler, it's a good beer to get at a sensible price, let's be honest. Especially in the difficult times that many people are in at the moment with the old COVID outbreak and whatnot, and money not being quite so readily available as it perhaps used to be. It's a good way to save a few bob and have a pleasantly drinkable beer. On that note, ladies and gents, I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of this beer, and we're at the point in the video where I'm going to say, down there are some buttons. You know exactly what to do with them. You've got like, comment, dislike and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. Let me know in the comment section below if you've tried Joker IPA and what you thought of it. And on that note, I'll catch you later. Bye.